Hey guys, this video is for our kindergarten and first grade team for August week 4. And starting in August, we are going to spend the whole school year going through the Bible. So this month we started week 1 talking about the Bible. Then we learned about Adam and Eve in the fall. Last week we talked about Noah and how we should choose to listen and obey. Even Henry, can you open it for her? Even when others don't. And this week we are learning about Abraham and Isaac. And our bottom line is trust and obey even if you don't know how it will work out. So Isaac was Abraham's only son. God asked Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, and Abraham was going to trust and obey God even though he didn't know the outcome. God ended up sparing Isaac's life, but we should trust and obey God too even if we don't know how it's going to work out. So our life app for this month is all about obedience, trusting who's in charge by doing what you're asked to do. And our memory verse for this month is the way we show our love is to obey God's commands. He commands you to lead a life of love. That's what you have heard from the beginning. 2 John 6. Also, make sure all of your kids are taking home their parent cue. This is a great way to just communicate with parents so parents know what we are learning about this week and this month. And it also always has a phenomenal blog on the back just for parents to read, which I enjoy reading every single week. So jumping into our leader guide, we would love for you to join us at 8:20 and 10:20 in the garage door room. We have coffee and donuts, and it's a great time to just gather together, pray for each other. It grows us as an Oak Ridge Kids community. It just helps us to support one another. Also, maybe you might hear people that are going through things, and you're like, hey, I've gone through that before. I can come around you and really support you in that area. And I just love how it's grown our community. So then we'll make sure that we are in our small groups by 8:30 and 10:30 with everything ready to go. And when kids start to roll in at 8:40 and 10:40, you are going to have a little bag that's going to have some prizes inside of it. And the kids aren't going to know what it is. It's actually going to be these little jars of like slime. And you're going to have the kids guess what's in there and just keep it high. Say, oh, do you think it's candy? Oh, what kind of candy might it be? Do you think it's a toy? Do you think it's all the same? And you're not going to reveal what's in it until the very, very end. So if kids start getting frustrated, just say, oh, okay, we're just going to keep playing. You guys will find out later what's in the bag. So then when service starts at 9 and 11, you're going to do an interactivity called Space Rocks. And you're going to guide your kids, your astronauts, to put on their spacesuits. And they're going to use the astronaut sequence that they did 2 weeks ago. So put on their command cap, their spacesuits. They're basically just going to kind of follow the directions. And then you're going to lead them to climb out of their spaceship and into space. And they're going to try to make it to the moon on the other side of the room without getting hit by the moon rocks. So you can maybe toss some paper wads at them or have your other kids toss some paper wads at them. And if they get hit, they're out, and then they get to throw some paper wads at the other kids. So just kind of a fun little game. Get them thinking about the theme and just following directions. And just say, wow, that was great dodging. I don't know how this mission will work out, but here we are in space. So let's go to the space station, large group, to learn more. So you head down to large group. This week we have a live host, and the kids will be watching a video for the story about Abraham and Isaac. When you get back from large group, you're going to do a review activity called Trust and Obey. So kids are all going to have one of these space helmets. And they're also going to have a craft stick, so they'll be able to hold the space helmet with a craft stick. Joellen took these home, so I'm guessing that she's cutting them out because they are phenomenally prepared. And then this circle will be cut out also so kids' faces can be in the middle of it. So kids are going to decorate their space helmet and add on their handle, and then they're just going to role play as astronauts on a mission and receive orders from mission control. So you guys can have them do different things. Henry, just let her play for a second, and when I'm done with this, then I'll have her play something else, okay? Or go bring her down to get a baby. So you'll close it down by saying, so guys, in order to successfully complete their missions, astronauts have to follow the directions that the mission control gives them. And whose directions do you need to follow? So I'm thinking about God's directions, their parents, their teachers. So why is it important for you to trust and obey people who are in charge? They know more, they know what's best, they love you. Why is it important for us to trust and obey God? He knows what's best, He made us, He loves Him. When we obey Him, it shows Him that we love Him. So remember, trust and obey even when you don't know how it's going to work out. Because when you do, you'll show the people in charge that you love them, and you'll show God that you love Him too. So then for the memory verse activity, you're going to do something called To the Stars and Back. So you'll need your Bible. And then you're going to use this activity page. It looks like this. And that's what you're going to need for all of your kids. So you're going to have kids look up and read 2 John 6. And you can maybe make up some motions with your kids, help them to remember. And then you're going to give them each an activity page. And you're going to have them start at the big star. And then you're going to have them follow the path with 1 star. And so you're going to set out crayons or markers and they can trace the path. And so by the end, if they follow the path with 1 star, so the way we show our love, am I following with my finger, is to obey God's commands. He commands you to lead a life of love. That's what you have heard from the beginning. When they trace that, they should see a big heart. So help kids to kind of trace and read that verse. So, you don't want it anymore? Thank you. Okay. You're done? All right. So then to close it down, you'll just say, so guys, did Abraham obey God's commands? Yes. Abraham showed his love for God by trusting him and doing what he told him to do. And for 25 years, Abraham followed and trusted God, even though he had no idea how God would keep his amazing, incredible promise. And in the end, every one of God's words came true. Abraham and Sarah had a son. They had more kids and grandkids and great-great-great-great-great-grandkids and more great-grandkids than all the stars in the sky. And God blessed people everywhere through Abraham by sending his son, Jesus. So does God keep his promises? Yes, God always, always, always keeps his promises. And that's why you can trust and obey even when you don't know how it's going to work out, because God loves you and you could trust him no matter what. So then maybe make it personal. Tell kids about a time when God gave you a promise that maybe seemed impossible. And what happened? And then just say, so remember, we're going to trust and obey even when we don't know how it's going to work out. So then to close down in prayer, you'll need that bag with prizes, and you'll have the kids restate their guesses about what's inside of it, and then open them and hand out the prizes, and then congratulate the kids for waiting so long to find out what they were. And just say, did you guys know how my promise to give you this at the end was going to work out? Did Abraham know how God's promise to him would work out? No, but Abraham trusted and obeyed God even though he didn't know how things would work out. And just like Abraham, you don't always know how things are going to work out either. Sometimes that might make you feel excited. Other times that might make you feel scared. But you can show God and the people who lead you that you love them by trusting and doing what they ask you to do. So remember, let's trust and obey even when we don't know how it will work out. And then just close in prayer with kids. And have kids take home all of their stuff for today. And that's it. It's the last week in August. On Labor Day weekend, we're going to be watching a movie all about Joseph, because all of September is going to be all about Joseph. So I'm looking forward to it. August has been a great month. Thank you guys so much for leading as we have taught kids about obedience. Sign up. Please come to our volunteer kickoff on Monday night. It is going to be a blast. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so much fun. So I hope we see you guys there, and I'll see you on Sunday.